Hello summoners, welcome back to another tier list update for the month of March. I do say March, but the month is almost over at this point. I try to wait for the second champion to come out. Also had exams this past week, so this video got a little bit delayed, but the second character that came out was Omega Sentinel. We will be talking about the two new characters and also the one buff that happened, which was Psycho Man. It wasn't a particularly strong buff, but in today's video, for the most part, we will be discussing those three characters. I will scroll the tier list from left to right and also from up to down. If you wanna see it all, you can also do so by going to the link in the description and also the pinned comment. I will leave a link to the spreadsheet here. And another common it's not really a common question, but some people had doubts about it, but the champions in one particular tier are not ranked. I'm not saying Archangel, like I'm not saying that Magneto is weaker than the champions above him in this particular tier. They are ranked like tier wise, so I'm saying Archangel is better than any character in this tier. So yeah, that's pretty much how this tier list works. There are symbols, you can see what they mean right here. If you are wondering what synergies am I talking about, you can do so. You can take a look at it by going here and seeing who that particular character has a strong synergy with. These obviously do not mention all the synergies in the game. If you wanna I definitely recommend going to Aunt May and having a proper look at your top characters and what kind of synergies they have. These are the most noticeable ones, I would say. And then we also have a DPS list. I haven't updated this in a while. This does not include all the characters. It includes like 70-ish champions in the game, which is at this point like what, 1/3 or something. Yeah, this is against Realm of Legends Winter Soldier, rank 5 stars, with suicide masteries, and their times. These are all the times here are taken from damage comparisons videos and stuff, and you can also take a look at the number of hits if you want. The DPS, this is still work in progress, but the main thing is this, the thing that we are here to talk about. So first, let's start with the buff. It's Psycho Man. So one good thing I would say is that I didn't give him a chance before with the MCOC synergy. I'm not sure why. Maybe I didn't have him when I was making. I'm not sure if he was even released when Psycho Man was released, but I played Psycho Man with the MCOC synergy for the first time when I was checking out the buff this month, and his damage output is like, I used to call him Noodle Man. I will not do that if you are considering the synergy, but I still don't really see a point with him. Still are going to decide between damage and utility instead of having like average damage and no utility, or you can have bad damage and some utility, some pretty good utility. The utility, the kit is not a problem with Psycho Man. It was damage, and the damage could have been alright with the furies and stuff, but then you are sacrificing the utility, and the problem is still kind of there. Like I don't think I can take him over a tier, or maybe this is it's interesting that the tech class doesn't have any champions in these two tiers, but yeah, I'm not really sure. I will see if people start using him for something, because again, utility wise, this champion does have potential. So yeah, but overall, still not a biggest fan. Definitely not a great buff, like not a very noticeable buff. I'm not ranking up my Psycho Man anytime soon. Then let's talk about the first character that was released in this month, which was Captain Britain. I think she is kind of the weakest champion in this particular tier, and you can argue to take her down one tier in this, but from my initial testing, I thought the damage was nice. She requires build up. It's not a ridiculously hard build up or anything, but I don't know, like the damage, it didn't feel disappointing, but it didn't feel like broken either. And at this point, 2022 mutant champion, you have to be broken to be high, to compete with champions, to compete with other broken champions. You kind of have to be broken yourself. She's a good character. She's above average character overall in the game. If you pull her early on, She can help you a lot, although pulling new champions early on is like you have crazy luck if you got her early, and you are still developing your roster, but she can put in some work in a lot of areas, I guess. But again, there are just so many insane mutant champions that I don't think at this point that I personally would not invest my resources into her. Again, just speaking from initial testing, she's just 1 month old at this point, and maybe people will come up with new rotations, new use cases. We'll see more nodes where she could be a good counter or a good option or something, and we can have a talk about her later and maybe change her, go up, go down. More likely to go down, if I'm being honest. The other character we're going to talk about today is going to be Omega Sentinel, which was a pretty strong character. I don't think she is broken champion either, but I think she is an actually really solid champion. The damage output is pretty good, a lot of damage over time. Even the basic hits are alright. It's suicide friendly champion, and overall brings in utility as well. I think she is still like weaker than Nimrod. I saw a lot of comparison between these two champions in a lot of chats and stuff, and the general consensus, what was that word? Basically, general opinion was that Omega Sentinel is the weaker character of these two, but at the same time, I think she has pretty high prestige. If you care about that, I think she is the highest tech prestige now, so she does have a lot of things going for her, and that is why I think she will be a part of the meta. I think she will be better than champions listed below her, but she is a character that I'm very interested to see how she does in the meta and everything. But that's pretty much gonna do it for this one. Do let me know if you think some other changes should be made and stuff, and the reasons for that in the comment section down below. And thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Like this video, share with the lions, stay safe, have a good one, and bye bye.